What's the first thing you do when you receive your paycheck? That's a question we often ask ourselves, isn't it? Well, today we're going to talk about the importance of having a payday routine. You know, those little rituals that can make a big difference in our financial well-being. It's not just about how much you earn, but how you manage it. We all have our routines and habits, some of which we're conscious about and others that we do without even realizing. But when it comes to payday, having a well-thought-out routine can be a game changer. It's all about taking control of your finances, understanding where your money is going, and making sure it's working for you. We all have different priorities when we get paid. Some of us may rush to pay off bills. Others might splurge on a treat. But what if we told you there are 4 essential habits that can transform your financial life? Now, let's dive into those habits. First off, let's talk about the importance of reviewing your pay stub. Now, I know what you're thinking, but it's just a bunch of numbers and codes. Well, you're not wrong, but those numbers and codes can tell you quite a story about where your hard-earned cash is going. Picture this. You've put in long hours, met tough deadlines, and now payday has finally rolled around. You receive your pay stub, and instead of just glancing at the bottom line, you take a moment to really examine it. You see the gross pay, taxes, deductions, and net pay all laid out. It's like a financial snapshot of your earnings. Let me share an anecdote. A few years ago, while reviewing my pay stub, I noticed an unexpected deduction. After some inquiries, it turned out to be a clerical error. Had I not taken the time to scrutinize my pay stub, that money would have been lost. You see, your pay stub isn't just an IOU from your employer. It's a detailed report that breaks down your income. Understanding where your money goes, including taxes and deductions, can provide you with important financial insights. Did you know that your pay stub can also help you plan for tax season? It shows you how much you've already paid in taxes throughout the year. This can help you estimate whether you'll owe money or get a refund when you file your tax return. Furthermore, reviewing your pay stub can help you understand if you're maximizing your benefits. Are you contributing enough to get your employer's full 401k match? Is your health insurance premium what you expected? Your pay stub holds the answers. In essence, your pay stub is like a financial health check. It gives you a clear picture of your earnings, deductions, and net income. It can even help you spot errors or identify areas where you could potentially save money. Knowledge is power, and understanding your pay stub is a powerful tool in your financial arsenal. So, next time payday rolls around, take a moment to review your pay stub. It's a small step that can lead to big financial gains. Next up, the golden rule of personal finance: pay yourself first. Now, this might sound like an indulgence, but it's far from it. This principle is not about treating yourself to a fancy dinner or buying that designer bag you've been eyeing. No, paying yourself first is about putting a portion of your income into savings or investments before anything else. You see, paying yourself first is like planting a seed. It may not seem like much in the beginning, but give it time, water, and sunlight, and it will grow into a sturdy tree. Similarly, when you pay yourself first, you're planting a seed for your financial future. It might start as a small amount, but over time, with consistent savings and the magic of compound interest, it can grow into a substantial nest egg. Now, you might be thinking, but what about my bills and expenses? Well, that's where budgeting comes in. Once you've paid yourself, the remaining money can be allocated for your expenses. And if things are really tight, start small. Even saving just 5% of your income can make a big difference over the long term. Let me share a personal story. When I first started my career, I was earning a modest income, but I made it a point to save 10% of my paycheck no matter what. Some months were harder than others, but I stuck with it. Fast forward to today, and I've managed to build a significant savings account, all thanks to this single habit. And it's not just me. Warren Buffett, one of the world's most successful investors, is a big advocate for paying yourself first. He once said, "Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving." So how do you start? It's simple. The next time you receive your paycheck, immediately transfer a portion of it into your savings or investment account. Make it automatic if you can, so you won't even have to think about it. Remember, paying yourself first is a commitment to your future self. It's a promise that you're not just working for today, but also for the future you deserve. Moving on, let's discuss the importance of crafting a budget. Crafting a budget, my friends, is like drawing a roadmap for your money. It's a plan that guides you on how to allocate your hard-earned income, helping you to cover your expenses while also setting some aside for savings, and yes, even for a bit of fun. Now, I know what you're thinking. The word budget can sound intimidating, even a bit scary. It's often associated with restriction, deprivation, and a whole lot of number crunching. But let's debunk that misconception right here, right now. A budget isn't about restricting yourself. Quite the contrary, it's about empowering yourself. It's about understanding where your money goes, making conscious decisions about your spending, and ultimately, taking control of your financial well-being. Think about it. When you're driving to a new destination, do you just hop in the car and hope for the best? Of course not. You check your GPS, you map out your route, and you follow the directions. The same principle applies to your finances. Without a budget, you're essentially driving blindfolded. And let's be honest, that's neither safe nor smart. Now let me share a little anecdote. When I first started budgeting, I was amazed at how much I was spending on takeout coffee. It was a small expense, but it added up quickly. By cutting back just a little, I managed to save enough for a weekend getaway, all from the money I would have spent on lattes. That's the power of a budget, my friends. So whether you're a fan of traditional pen and paper or prefer modern spreadsheets and budgeting apps, find a method that works for you. And remember, your budget isn't set in stone. Life happens, and it's okay to adjust your budget as needed. Budgeting isn't about restriction, it's about gaining control over your finances. Crafting a budget helps you to make informed decisions, prioritize your spending, and ultimately, build a healthier, more secure financial future. Now, isn't that a journey worth embarking on? Lastly, let's talk about the importance of prioritizing needs over wants. It's a critical aspect of maintaining financial health, yet one that often gets overlooked in the excitement of payday. Picture this. You've just received your paycheck. Your eyes gleam at the latest gadget, the fancy pair of shoes, or that extravagant dinner at a high-end restaurant. These wants, while exciting and gratifying in the moment, can derail you from your financial goals if not kept in check. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with treating yourself every now and then. The key is balance and understanding the difference between needs and wants. Needs are the essentials: your rent or mortgage, groceries, utilities, healthcare, and transportation. These are non-negotiable expenses that keep the lights on and food on the table. Wants, on the other hand, are the extras. They're the things that make life more enjoyable, but aren't essential for your day-to-day survival. That new smartphone, a designer handbag, or a weekend getaway are all examples of wants. So, how do you prioritize needs over wants? It starts with self-awareness. Understand what truly matters to you. Is it that gourmet coffee every morning? Or is it the peace of mind that comes from knowing your bills are paid and you're building a nest egg for the future? There's a certain tranquility that comes from knowing you're financially secure. It's the comfort of a warm home, a full fridge, and a reliable car. It's the assurance that if an unexpected expense pops up, you're prepared. And let me share a little secret with you. Once you've got your needs covered and you're consistently saving and investing, you'll find that you can actually afford some of those wants too. The concert tickets, the salon appointments, they can all fit into your budget without causing financial stress. In the end, it's about making conscious decisions with your money. Prioritizing needs over wants doesn't mean depriving yourself. It means being smart with your finances and building a strong financial foundation. Remember, financial peace of mind comes from prioritizing needs over wants. So there you have it, folks. We've traveled the landscape of financial well-being together, exploring 4 crucial habits. Let's take a moment to revisit them. We started with the habit of reviewing your pay stub, a simple yet powerful way to stay informed about where your money is going. Then, we talked about the golden rule of finance: pay yourself first. Remember, it's the cornerstone of achieving financial freedom. Moving on, we delved into the art of crafting a budget, a roadmap to keep your income and expenses on track. And lastly, we emphasized the importance of prioritizing needs over wants, ensuring that your essentials are always covered. Sprinkle in a bit of giving too, as it's more about the gesture than the figure. These habits may seem simple, but their impact is profound. Consistency is key. Make these habits a part of your routine and watch your financial future flourish. Until next time.